All right, we got something pretty cool here, guys. I'm outside, so you're going to hear trucks, birds, you're going to hear everything. It's a beautiful day today. All Power sent me this solar generator and this solar panel, and I thought that was really nice of them. Now, everybody should have one of these. I don't care who you are. I mean, just look at what's going on with the floods there. I mean, in Erin, Tennessee, that's 1 hour away from me. I mean, those people are in rough shape. You want your cell phone to work. You want your radios to work. You want everything to work. It's just the way it is. Technology has advanced so much in today's society. We need electricity in order to stay connected. And that's just the way it is. This little unit actually has two AC units. It has a cigarette lighter. It has USB ports for charging. It's impressive for a little unit. This came with just a plug. That's all it came with. Plug it in the wall. It was charged in 1 hour. Actually, just under 1 hour is what this unit took to charge. I could not believe how fast this thing took to charge. Solar panel came a little bit later. It's one of their cheaper solar panels. I think it goes for like $100. And literally, it would probably take you 5 or 6 hours to charge this little unit. Now, you can buy bigger solar panels that are 200 watt. And I think you could charge this thing in about 4 hours if you got some good sun. This is everything you need in a small package, and I'm not kidding. Now, I've seen bad reviews on these things. Everywhere you look, you'll see bad reviews. But it's like anything else. A year ago, I seen a review where they said when they plugged it in, it sounded like a lawnmower engine when it was charging. It was just crazy. And I could hear it when the guy put it up. When I plugged this thing in, I didn't hear nothing. Nothing at all. This thing is so quiet, it's unbelievable. And that's the part that impressed me. So it sounds like, it doesn't sound like, I mean, All Power, obviously, when they get a bad review, they're obviously taking a look at this thing and figuring out how to make it better. Now, I did see people that said they charged it up full, put it on the shelf, and left it there. Came back 3 months later, they said it didn't work. But then again, I don't think people read the owner's manual. It says that you should not have any more than a 30% charge on this thing before you set it on the shelf if you plan to put it away and not use it. But I don't know why you're not going to use it. This thing has been sitting on my desk. I have been using it every day, charging phones, charging cameras. I mean, anything it plugs in with it, charging my backup batteries that plug in with USB. I mean, it's more convenient than plugging it into a wall. And it's now become part of my environment of what I'm using to charge with. Now, when you get the solar panel, whichever one you choose, it comes with the cables and everything. It plugs in the side into two yellow plugs, has a breaker button there. The handle does fold down, so it's nice and flat. It does have a charging base for a phone on top if your phone does that. I mean, this thing's impressive. When I go camping and I do some glamping, I mean, this thing's going to be sitting on a table where everything's going to charge. You know, I've got it on the ground right now just to show it to you, but it's not, I wouldn't leave it on the ground if I was out camping. I would put something underneath it, a jacket, a pair of pants, a shirt. I just wouldn't leave it on the ground. I don't know if you've ever slept on the ground, but I always have a pad. If you sleep just on the ground, you'll literally feel the ground sucking the power out of you. It's just horrible. And I'm sure that moisture is not good for the unit whatsoever. I wouldn't leave it out in the rain. I mean, I wouldn't leave it out there at night. I mean, just the dew and the dampness. Don't abuse it. And it'll probably last you a lifetime. I mean, the battery it's using will last over 10 years. So during the nighttime, I'd have this thing taken apart, brought into the tent. I wouldn't leave it outside. I really wouldn't. And I'd keep it away from anything that would damage it and take care of it. Even when you run a gas generator, you have to put gas in it. You got to put oil in it. You have to do that. That's just the way it is. You have to maintain it. So do not think that if you get a solar generator, you can just ignore and not take care of it. Take care of your stuff. It'll last you a lifetime. So it runs great for me. I don't know what these other people have been saying that I've seen. I mean, unless they're doing something wrong, they're not taking care of it. I don't know. Some people say it was dead out of the box. But I've seen that with many other solar generators where they arrive dead out of the box. So it's not just this unit, which is not a big deal. I mean, if you get something that's dead out of the box, you just send it back, they'll give you another one. And, when you get problems, when you had something for a couple of years and then it breaks, well, it's kind of hard to get them to honor something, right? And that doesn't matter with whatever unit you use. But I am really, really impressed with this, especially everything going. I mean, Florida's got a big hurricane hitting soon. A lot of people are bailing out of there, and they're just getting out of Dodge until that when they come back, there's going to be no power. Your cell phone only lasts so long. A little unit like this is a must. You need it for a bug out. You need it for a get home. I mean, this would definitely come in handy in your vehicle. Now, it's not something for a backpack. It's obviously too heavy for that. But if it's in your vehicle, you've got something. If you're camping, you've got something. I mean, I see people trying to run coffee makers on these little gadgets, and I'm thinking, well, that's only going to last an hour. You can do it, but you better have that. You better have a setup with good solar panels to go. I mean, now if you're living in your vehicle or something, you might want something a little bit bigger. But All Powers has bigger units altogether. They really do. The cats have been checking it out. They're kind of interested in it. But I am really impressed with how this unit has been acting. I really am. I'm going to take you downstairs and away from all these crazy noises out here. And you believe I'm in a little town of like 1,200 people? It's crazy. And a lot of people drive around with no mufflers, which makes it so noisy. So let's get you downstairs where we got a little bit more soundproofing going on, and let me touch on this a little bit more. Okay, we're back indoors. The all power system. You got to have a look at it right in the wild when it was running. I wanted to show you some of this. There's your AC units here. You know, your cigarette lighter. USBs are here. There's a switch you turn on, and then you can access your USBs or your power. You know, it's got your meter. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it runs everything. On the side is where you have your regular plug that takes 1 hour to charge. This is the yellow thing is where you put your solar panel in, and it's got your little breaker switch there in case you try to run something you're not supposed to run. Everything else is just vents, is what it is, but it's a tiny little unit, as you can see when it's sitting beside me. Handle goes up, handle goes down, makes it easier to carry back and forth to the vehicle. It's pretty awesome. The solar panel, made really, really tough. It's got a nice material on it. The Velcro comes across where you can set it at different heights. It's got a nice pocket where you can put your cords so you don't lose them. It shows you pictures and how you should set it up, where you get the best recording time. It's a neat little package. You can't beat this, and that's the greatest thing about this. And it's super, super affordable. If you don't have one, go pick this one up. I'm serious. You won't be disappointed whatsoever. This actually lives on this table. And when I need to charge my cell phone or my DJI cameras or any of those things that I'm constantly charging, I'll just set them on top and run the cords and then start charging. I can't find one thing wrong with this. Now if it breaks in 2 or 3 years, then it's not so great. But if this thing keeps running like it should, and it's got a battery in it that'll run over 10 years, it's wonderful. It really is. Now, they do sell bigger units. They sell bigger solar panels. I mean, you can decide what you want to go with. But if you don't have very much money and you're looking at them, go for something small. Because, I mean, if you get stuck in a situation of anything happening, weather related, then you're going to thank yourself for having it, where you can actually keep your cell phones charged and stuff like that. Now, don't be foolish and think, all right, if a flood hits, the thing's going to get damaged, right? There's nothing stopping you from, getting them high, you know, making it waterproof if that's what you want to do. If I had a situation where I flooded, I would pull out some garbage bags and wrap it around it and tie it off, and I'd throw it on a flotation device and I'd walk out with it. That's what I do. And then once I got out there, take it out. But there are many ways to skin a cat if you think about it. And because it's such a small unit, I mean, it's not super heavy. You know, I can pick it up with one hand. I think anybody can. I mean, it's a nice little unit. I can't say enough about it. I'll have some links in the bottom that go directly to the company. Don't even go to Amazon. Go to the company. They're always offering better deals, and it'll benefit you better, is what it'll do. But super affordable. Get yourself a little solar generator, and it's just one of those preps that every prepper should have. And like I said, it's not a lot of money. It is super, super affordable. Anyways, I'll get you guys on the next one.